guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Vera Manu. If this is your first time stopping by, you are very welcome to the family. If you're coming back again, clicking again to watch my videos, thank you so much for coming back. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe, make sure you join the family. We're gonna go right straight into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the 7 reasons why you are not hitting your goal. Now I know we're 1 month into the year of 2022. A lot of people set goals for themselves at the beginning of the year. A lot of people are on track, a lot of people are falling off track, a lot of people haven't even started, right? There's so many reasons why we're not hitting our goals. I, for one, am very guilty. I know I have goals that I set for myself and I just haven't made any progress. So today we're going to be talking about the reasons why we're not hitting our goals and the steps that we can take going forward to make sure that we're going to achieve the goals that we set for ourselves before the end of the year. The first reason why you're not hitting your goal is because you're not setting SMART goals. So SMART goals simply means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely goals. That is an acronym. And it's something that I personally practice because I know that it always helps me to achieve goals that I set for myself. In order for a goal to be effective, it has to be very specific. Specific in the sense that the goal needs to answer the question, what needs to be accomplished, who needs to do what, and what are the steps that we need to take in order to accomplish the goal. So for example, a good specific goal can be, I want to gain 1,000 subscribers this year by uploading more frequently on YouTube. That goal that I set for myself tells me exactly what I'm trying to do and what I need to do to achieve that goal. The second thing that we also have to consider is the measurable. Setting measurable goals means that there should be a way to quantify your progress or to quantify when you've achieved the goal. So an example can be, I want to gain 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That is very specific and that is measurable. The next part is attainable. Attainable means that you're having a very honest, realistic conversation with yourself. Like you're giving yourself a reality check and you're asking yourself, is this goal that I set for myself possible? Is this goal that I set for myself attainable? Can I achieve this goal, right? There's absolutely nothing that is impossible out there, and that's what I believe. But I do also believe that unrealistic expectations always serve as a breeding ground for negativity, lack of motivation, and most especially failure. Example can be, I want to lose 20 pounds in 6 months as opposed to I want to lose 20 pounds in 1 day, right? Like, you know that's not going to happen, so why would you do that to yourself, right? The next part is relevant. Why is that goal relevant to you? Relevance is simply asking yourself, why is this goal? Why am I setting this goal for myself? Why is this goal relevant to me? Right? A lot of times the goals that we set for ourselves are simply a means to an end, which means that we're trying to do that goal for something that is much more important to us. So the goal itself is not necessarily always that important, but the why is always so important, and the why is usually the motivation behind our ability to do the goals. So if you're setting a goal that is not relevant to you, chances are you're not going to hit that goal because it's not relevant to you. An example can be, I'm going to finish my master's degree this year so that I can get a better paying job. So at the end of the day, the goal is to finish my master's degree, but really the main bigger picture is for me to get a better paying job. So I might not be motivated to do my master's degree, but the fact that that's going to get me a better paying job, obviously, automatically, that drives me to want to do and finish that goal. That's part of the reasons why you have to really sit down and be honest with yourself and ask yourself, is this goal relevant? Is this goal important to me? And then the last part is timely. A timely goal simply means that there is a time frame as to when the goal needs to be achieved, right? In order to accurately measure success, we have to be able to hold ourselves accountable. And holding yourselves accountable simply means that there has to be a time when you should have already achieved the goal that you set for yourself. Because I can tell myself, I want to, I don't know, learn how to drive. That could be 20 years from now. That's a goal. I'm going to achieve it. But how am I going to make sure, how am I going to hold myself accountable? If I say I want to learn how to drive in 2 months or in 9 months, and I know that I have a 9 months time frame to achieve the goal. Having a time frame also allows you to set smaller action items that need to be completed at a specific time in order for you to achieve your bigger picture. A SMART goal should always answer the question, who does what by when? Knowing who does what by when ensures that you're always going to be on track to achieve your goals at the specific time that you set for yourself. And that is only if you take all the actions necessary to see that progress and to see that result. And whenever you're setting goals for yourself, always ask yourself, is this goal specific? Is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it relevant to me? Is it timely? If your goal is not answering those questions, there's a high chance you're not going to be successful, right? And there's a high chance you're not even going to take the goal serious. So in order for you to take your goals seriously and to actually do the things you need to do to be successful, I would always recommend setting SMART goals. The second reason why you're not achieving your goals is because you lack self-awareness. If you want to improve in any area in your life, honestly, it begins with just taking a good look at the mirror and being honest with yourself. Many people end up not achieving their goals because they're so busy blaming outside factors that they have no control over, instead of them just being so honest with themselves and owning up to their lack of actions or the actions that they've taken that have simply caused their lack of progress. If you're honest with yourself, you'll be able to look at yourself and look at the whole situation clearly to see the right steps that you need to take towards self-improvement and the right steps that you need to take towards achieving your long-term goal. Instead of blaming your inability to hit your fitness goals on the pandemic and the gyms being closed, how about you stay at home, go on YouTube, set up a really good easy workout that doesn't require any equipment, and just start with that. At the end of the day, you're on track, as opposed to just sitting down every day at home, getting into this emotional loophole where you're just always complaining about all the things that you're not in control of. At the end of the day, we do have control. As much as we want to deny it, our successes and our failures as a result of our lack of action or actions that we take. At the end of the day, you are in control and you are responsible. Take accountability for your actions or your lack of action. The third reason why you're not achieving your goal is something that I want to call analysis paralysis. It sounds crazy, but I'm going to explain what that is. This is when you let questions and doubt paralyze you. So you're so busy believing that you can't start a goal until you answer all the what ifs and the doubts that you might have in your head. At the end of the day, no matter how long and how hard you prepare for something, there's always going to be a question that you can't answer. There's always going to be a what if. There's always going to be a doubt. There's always going to be something that would even come up along the way that you're not even prepared for. And another thing that I find is a lot of people make their decisions based on where they're currently at. They answer those what ifs and those doubts in their heads based on where they're at right now, as opposed to looking at where they want to be in the future. So you always have to realize that your situation is going to change today based on the decisions that you make towards achieving your goal. So rather than focusing on the what ifs and the doubts in your head, just move forward knowing that you never actually fully know. But if you take the right steps, you're going to get there and things are always going to be better. It can't possibly be worse than it is right now. There's always going to be something better at every stage that you get to in life. The fourth reason why you're not seeing improvement or achieving your goal is because you're not receptive to coaching. Regardless of how good or how perfect of a person you are, there's always room for improvement. There's always an opportunity for growth. There's always room for you to be educated and learn even more. There's always somebody who is smarter or who is better than you in that specific aspect. If your pride is more important than your personal or professional development, the truth is you're going to progress 100%, but you're going to progress at a really slow rate. In fact, sometimes you won't actually progress because you don't know it all. You're always going to hit your goals faster and always going to make better improvements when you listen to people who are better than you in that aspect. There's nothing wrong with listening to people who are better than you and taking the changes and the recommendations that they make. Because if you keep trying to do things your way, who knows, you might see progress, you might not see progress, but at the end of the day, it's going to take you way longer because you have to figure it all out by yourself. The fifth reason why you're not achieving your goal is because you are surrounded by the wrong people. If you find out that you're regularly associating yourself with like negative people and naysayers, I don't know how to say this, but it's inevitably going to chip away at your morale, your motivation, your belief in yourself. Like you're 100% going to not always achieve your goal if the only people that you surround yourself with are people who are just negative. When you have a big performance or a big goal that you need to achieve, the truth is you need every single ounce of positive energy every single ounce of support that you can get out there, right? And people tend to emulate the people that they spend a lot of time with. So if you're spending time with negative people, you are 100% going to end up, being negative. If you want to be more successful at your goals, spend your time with people who support you, people who are positive, people who believe in you, people who speak positivity into you, people who will help you find out the steps that you need to take in order for you to achieve those goals. The sixth reason why you're not achieving your goal is because success takes time and you're in denial of that fact, or you're just not choosing to acknowledge that you need time to achieve your goals. Time is a huge component in any goal that we set for ourselves. Never, ever, ever underestimate the role that time plays in you achieving your goal. You have to remember that you have to be patient and you have to persevere through achieving your goals. You're not going to know what hiccups are going to come up and down the road, so you just have to be patient with yourself. Remember when I talked about setting realistic goals? You need time to be able to achieve a goal. If you take the right steps at the right time, you will eventually get to your goal in a timely manner. As frustrating as it might feel for you to not be achieving your goal and to still be in the same spot, you also have to remember that you are exactly where you want to be because you are taking all the right steps towards the bigger picture, which is your goal. You have to realize that it takes at least 66 days on average to make a behavioral change. So if your goal is behavior related, like going to the gym, eating healthy, being more positive, you have to give yourself at least 2 months plus in order for you to see those changes and to be consistent and to start doing those things without failing every now and then. You also have to know that failure is part of change. Failure is part of growing. Failure is part of achieving a goal. You're gonna fail a couple of times, but again, remember, the key thing that you have to do is identify the reason why you failed, and now take that and do the correct thing, do the right thing, so that you're going to be successful and you're going to achieve that goal on the long run. The final one that I want to talk about is just amazing. It is having way too many goals. I see this a lot of times. People have so many goals but not enough focus. It's like you're standing in front of a dartboard with 10 targets looking at you that you have to hit. But then you only have one dart to actually hit all 10 targets simultaneously. That's impossible. You're only going to hit one target. So always think about your goals like that. When you're setting goals for yourself, remind yourself that you are only one person. There is only so much energy you have. There's only so much time you have in your day. As a result, there's only so much you can do. Like, that's just the truth. There's absolutely no way to control that. The way that I think about it is choose the goal that is going to give you the best return on effort. The reason why I say that is because if you choose a goal that's going to give you the best return on effort, you're going to be motivated to achieve more goals. And you're also going to know the right steps to take to actually achieve more goals going forward. And finally, learn to break down your big goals into smaller milestones that you have to hit. When you have smaller milestones, you're going to be more focused, and that way you're 100% going to be able to hit your goals. You're going to know the steps that you have to take. You're going to know the milestones that you have to hit in order to reach the bigger picture. And that's going to help you focus. Because again, if you're trying to do multiple things at once, it's almost impossible to reach the goal that you set for yourself. So those are all the points that I want to talk about. I'm hoping that after watching this video, you've probably identified 1 or 2 things that you're currently doing that is making you not to achieve your goals. Try your best to do the right thing. So yeah, that brings us to the end of today's video. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you also comment what resonated the most with you in this video. I'd like to know what you guys are doing, to keep yourself focused and to make sure that you're achieving your goals. What are other things that you think can prevent you from achieving your goals? Let's chat in the comment section. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be answering your questions. We're going to be talking there. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.